and a campaign of terror and this instability abroad as a means to their ends. So everything you see as a consequence of that is the result or the symptoms of this cancer that started in Tehran to begin with. And obviously, as the regime sees a weakness and is, as a result, bolder in pushing the envelope even further, it is now testing the resolve, not just of Israel, but the rest of the world as to how far they can push it in order to obtain whatever it is in their mind. It certainly is not peace. It is certainly not stability. They were severely threatened by the idea and prospect of a Saudi-Israeli peace relation in the context of the Abraham Accords, and all that you can call it at the very least sabotage, but at the very worst, trying to, again, foment terror and instability.
What do you believe the proper response from the United States should be right now?
Well, first and foremost, actually implement the sanctions that have been called for. We have forgotten about maximum pressure. I think the time has come to not only freeze the assets that were supposed to be unfrozen, because we all know that the Iranians now have additional money that they are going to, of course, spend on this campaign of terror via their proxies, but most importantly, increase even more the sanctions. One of the chief operatives behind all these proxies happens to be the IRGC. And we're still questioning why Europe, for instance, America's allies, have not actually put the IRGC on the terrorist list. This is a way to cripple the regime as opposed to, in fact, empower it. And furthermore, and the ultimate solution, and this is something I've been arguing for years, you have today the biggest war going on between the Iranian people and this regime, a fight for liberation, a fight for freedom. And why is that important? Because unlike this regime, which celebrates martyrdom, which lacks terror, we as a nation espouse the very same values of liberty and human rights as you would in America or France or in Sweden. And we are your natural allies, but we have been totally forgotten in this. If you want to solve and cure the cancer, you have to take the eye of the octopus out and not just fight the tentacles. Yeah. The solution ultimately is Tehran and regime change.
I understand that, but what about